I'll tell you what, guys, I am very sad to see baseball winding down because it has been one hell of a baseball season in terms of making money, one hell of a run the past 3.5 to 4 months. I hope you have been along for the ride because I've certainly made you some bucks. And isn't it great to start the football season with money in your pocket that you earned, that you won, rather than having to take it from other sources? That's the beauty of betting baseball. I just don't understand how so many gamblers and so many handicappers, even in this business, simply hang up their shingle right after the Super Bowl and say they're going fishing. Some guys will stick around until maybe March Madness is concluded and then they take off. And I understand that, baseball is a grind. Listen, it's the dog days of summer, not only for players, but for gamblers and handicappers alike, because it's a day in, day out thing. You just cannot handicap baseball and take like 4 days off a week. You've got to be fully invested every single day of the season, because it's not like you can do football and okay, the games are Saturday and Sunday and you don't have to look at anything if you really don't want to until the following Friday again. No. Baseball is a 7-day-a-week sport, so I get it. It is a grind, but my God, can you easily make money? But let's face it, a lot of handicappers are lazy. A lot of gamblers just don't want to put the time and effort into it. Big mistake. You've seen. I've proven it to you year after year. You can make money. So last night, rather than threading the needle and trying to pick the side, I told you the way to go was the over. Gave you that as the complimentary play. But where I put my money was another raise the bar 20-dime release. I called it my undervalued home favorite. And I played the Nationals on the run line, minus $1.20 over the Miami Marlins. And Washington won that game 7-3. So we go back to baseball tonight. And I've got another raise the bar 20-dime release. Number 29 out of 47 since 9 Fridays ago. Calling it my mismatch of the month as I go for winning day number 55 out of 86, just like the Nationals last night, just like all these other plays I've given you over the past 3.5 months. You get it for half price by using coupon code RAISE. Now, for your complimentary play tonight, I like the Cubs. I am not willing, however, to play the Cubs on the run line. Sure, I could lay the 1.5 runs. I could get the Cubs at a tremendous take-back price of like $1.35. But with the way the Cubs have been so inconsistent hitting the ball, I would much rather, if I'm playing this game, lay the $1.45 with Chicago, because that's the only way to do it. Listen, they lost the opener last night in this series by a 5-1 count, but I do like the Cubs with the pitcher tonight with Mike Montgomery on the hill. Tuesday at Arizona, 6 innings of 4-hit, 1-run ball, striking out a season-high 8 batters. That was his 4th start since returning from the disabled list. Previously, he had only reached the 5th inning once. 4 1/3 innings was his longest stretch since coming off the DL. Chris Archer is going for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh went out, they got Archer from Tampa Bay. A lot of people had wanted Archer. They thought that he was the last crown jewel of the once good Tampa Bay staff, with the exception, of course, being Blake Snell, that the Rays weren't going to dispatch any place. But I've never been impressed with Archer, and when you look at his numbers, pre-acquisition and post-acquisition, he's the same damn pitcher, even though he changed leagues. In 9 starts with the Pirates, he's got a 4.86 earned run average and a 1.40 whip. In 17 starts with Tampa, his ERA was actually better, 4.31, and his whip was exactly the same, 1.39. Although Pittsburgh has won 7 of their last 9, the Cubbies are still 47-28 at home. I like them to bounce back here tonight. So even though this price has gone up a tick to 140, 145, I still like Chicago in this particular contest. St. Louis and Milwaukee, there's an interesting game. Brewers come back, rally for the win last night. The Cardinals had opened that homestand with 3 straight wins against the Giants. They had won 6 of 7 before losing. Cardinals a half game ahead of Colorado for the second wild card spot. Meanwhile, Milwaukee, by rallying for that 6-4 win last night, pulls within 1.5 games of the first place Cubs in the NL Central race. St. Louis going with Austin Gomber tonight, the rookie. Gio Gonzalez making his 4th start for Milwaukee, coming off a very good start in his last outing Wednesday at home against Cincinnati. 6 innings was 2-hit shutout ball in which he struck out 5 and didn't walk anybody. The Brewers have actually won all 3 of his starts. Now, in one of his final starts for the Nationals, who the Brewers got him from at the end of August, right before the final day of the trade deadline, he was really roughed up by the Cardinals. Didn't pitch well in that August 14th start, gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. But in 9 career starts against St. Louis. Gonzalez has actually pitched well, 2.97 earned run average. I just like the way Milwaukee is pitching right now, or hitting right now. I'm going to go with Milwaukee as the slight road dog in this one. Milwaukee is your other complimentary play of the two selections. I like the Cubs a little more. So the Cubbies and the Brewers, your two complimentary plays, both from the NL Central and key divisional postseason implication games. That'll do it for today. Wish you well and talk to you again tomorrow.